So, Fast and Furious 9 is already breaking box office records again. The movie is doing really well in international cinemas. With 8 installments in the franchise, including a spin off, the films have grossed $6 billion. We already know that stuff here. And they have a freaking ad for garbage like Frozen. But this is the ninth installment we're here. But everyone says that the movie has made a box office record. Best opening series, being the opening series, opening the series opening day of 3.9 million. It had the best opening day ever in the Korean market. It's also the top highest grossing movie for a pandemic, and the movie has already sold 2 million pre-ticket sales. Here. It is all but guaranteed to beat the box office, heights of the successes, but isn't for lack of trying either. The movie has already been growing in hype because of the release calendar being in limbo. Theaters are unable to operate at full capacity in some places, like in LA and New York. Working with international box office is a different story. The movies like Godzilla vs. Kong have seen large international hauls. Godzilla vs. Kong, you know, grossing nearly grossing $200 million in China. It's still uphill battle for F9 in the US. The movie is coming out next month in the US. It's not coming out this month, so, there. But, yep, it's likely to play a big part as it's one of the earliest blockbusters to play in theaters exclusively, was absolutely ahead of a stacked fall release calendar. And yeah, there we go. We have Fast and the Furious 9 here. Do they have the Chinese sales? I'm going to check your Fast and Furious 9 Chinese sales. 9 million in theaters, playing 10 million ahead to take in the weekend. It is in gear for $160 million overseas launch, which is pretty huge. F9 roars towards $52 million opening in China, despite, the security threat. What is the security threat? So Fast and the Furious. It's projected to gross 52 million on opening day and 162 million. So this movie is, again, it's gonna make so much money in China. I was right about that. It's gonna make so much money in China alone. Basically, that it's gonna make more money in China than it does in America. So 160 million is pretty good for China, basically, because it is gonna gross more money. These movies usually gross more money in China than they do in America. Last 3 or 4 entries did that. I think this movie Fast 9 will probably gross like 180 to 190 million dollars in America. The series is kind of starting to die in America, but in China, the series is still doing as well as ever. So that's pretty good for the box office as a whole. Because, Godzilla did well. Chinese box office is back. It's not dead anymore. And I think it's gonna take a few months. It might take a year for our box office to go back to its glory, because the Chinese box office disappeared around January, and it came back around, August to July. And again, China doesn't really have any streaming services either. That's the difference between us and China. Is China doesn't really have any streaming services. I don't believe there is any Chinese streaming services. There might be some out there, but I don't really believe there are any out there. So, fees is what mostly people have, besides digital service, like a few digital services, basically, and what airs on TV is guaranteed to become the highest gross. It's also guaranteed to become the highest grossing movie of the year in a matter of a month too, because it's gonna gross like 400 million to 500 million in China, which is gonna be that alone is gonna be Godzilla. Okay, there. And the movie will likely to open with like 50 to 70 million dollars domestically, and because again, Fast and the Furious is not as popular as it was in America, so it's not gonna gross that much. It's probably gonna end up making 180 million dollars domestically at the end, or 200 million dollars. But China is gonna gross like 400 to 500 million dollars. Massive $150 million plus overseas debut, but it's projected to gross $150 million alone in China. Okay, it is projected to open. It's projected to open over $150 million in China alone. And 162 million and 342 million at the full course of its run. It is less than the fate of the Furious and Furious 7, but the both films are far more successful in China than it will be in North America. So we're gonna see how the Chinese box office goes out for Fast and the Furious and the new box office weekend, which like no releases again, and that's basically it. Goodbye.